Well, that's pretty awkward. Down, down, up, up. Or maybe, up, up, down, down. Yeah, no one will ever know unless I leave this in. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ekamac. This is Let's Play Croc 2. I'm sure you are very invested in that story about the aliens blowing up the moon, but the amount of crashes that I've had to deal with mean that I need a palette cleanser LP, and this is something that I have actually prepared for a while. I'm pretty sure that at any moment now it's going to cut in with a demo, so let's just... there. So, Croc 2, similar to Croc 1, it is a game that is near and dear to my heart. A while back, they released a remaster of Croc 1, and that went apparently well enough that they're now planning on a remaster for Croc 2. So why am I playing this game rip? Why am I less playing this game rip? So that we can have some comparisons when the Croc 2 remaster comes out. Also, I have this document off to the side to help me out with trying to get 100% completion with minimal amounts of grinding, so that's nice. But yeah, let's just get on with this. Please choose a save slot. If only I'd thought about it more, I could have had my practice save on any of these slots, then I could make it Ekamac. That could have been so much fun, but it won't be.
Toddly.
So here's a bit of a problem with the game. Okay, that's the second problem with the game, but the first problem is that in cutscenes they don't, but everywhere else, they aren't exactly speaking a nonsense language. It is actually them enunciating the vowels without any of the consonants, which means technically this game does have voice acting, so I'm not going to voice over it. Second of all, we have to change this control method to Type 2. Type 1 is them attempting and doing a really bad job of emulating keyboard controls as a stick. This is the old Croc 1 control style where it's 10 controls, and that just feels better to me on the original Croc. If we smash this crate, this is actually completely optional. We don't have to smash this crate. If we do smash the crate and collect what's inside, then this gobbo will never appear for the rest of the game. So yeah, binoculars. They don't have a zoom function, but they do give us a slightly better look at what's around us. Something else we could maybe do. Give us the maximum draw distance. A PlayStation 1 game should not be giving us this much trouble. So... oh man, so much to talk about and we haven't even got to our first level yet. The controls are mostly the same. We have some strafing options. Strafe when moving about like that. You can also jump off of your stonk, that's very nice. Still have the basic tail attack. The difference is that instead of jump being the spacebar and a lot of other things being on the control and shift keys, spacebar is your action / tail attack, X is jump, Z is the about face, A and S are the move left and right. Now, one little skill that the game doesn't tell you about, if you press both strafe buttons at the same time while running, Croc does this weird backflip, long jump. You don't need to know how to use it to beat the game, and in fact it is actually something that's probably more difficult to line up for you than it's not worth the trouble it would take. Apparently this game isn't going to loop its soundtrack, so I've got to hit escape to go back to having fun music in the background. Yeah, they have this weird thing about ginger soda.
Aloha, 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 aloha. Aloha, 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 aloha. Aloha, 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 aloha.
So, this is Swap Meet Pete. We are going to have to visit him a lot for 100% completion.
Aloha, 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 aloha.
Product placement, because why not? Okay, to be fair, this guy isn't really doing the enunciating thing. Let's just ignore everywhere that you've been in the first game. And finally, the optional purchase. 250 crystals is a lot. So let's go over this step by step. Throughout levels there's going to be certain jump pads where we can throw down these gummy sabers. They act like the jellies did in the first game, but you have to pay crystals in order to use them. Now the thing is, like he was saying right here, blue is the smallest jump, but it's still a jump you can't make on your own. Green is the double jump, purple is the long jump. And the prices go up each time, so you'd think, okay, just do a bunch of grinding and get purple gummies for everything, right? The thing is, due to how the camera works, it's very easy to overshoot your target if you buy too powerful a jump. And on top of that, there are actually, there will be certain jumps where overshooting it can cause you problems, even if it's just landing on the target that you're trying to land and there's no other instant death. Like, I recall using a super jump for a blue requirement jump and it took me about 5 minutes to actually land that. So try to buy what you need. Plus there's going to be clockwork gobbo pads which might have collectibles hidden in them. Fortunately, that's what the practice run is for. I have here listed every level, the items that we need to get all the collectibles, and what collectibles those give us. So I can point, so whenever we start a level, I'll be able to say, hey, so we're going to need this and that thing to get all the collectibles here. But I can also point out this is just going to get you extra crystals, so it probably won't be worth it. I'm just going to treat getting all the crystals as its own collectible goal, even if it actually isn't. Now that said, they do actually do fun timing things with this. So, I don't like how it looks like the game audio is peaking itself all the time. Maybe that'll be a bit better. Anyway, we have 100 crystals, so we can buy something from Salt Me Pete. So, that increases our maximum health. And I'm already changing my mind on this. I'd like to at least hear the voices at full volume even if they're not that good. So rather than having lives and then only 2 hits, where you drop crystals or you die, the way that Croc 2 works is that we have our current health and our maximum health. If we take damage from any source, the health goes down. We can't have more health than our health cap. Mind you, if it's something like dropping into a bottomless pit or bouncing multiple times on dangerous liquid stuff, then Croc will respawn either at the start of the level or at the last checkpoint gong that he's rung, because that's going to be a thing. We're going to have checkpoint gongs. If you hit 0 hearts, so 0 does count as its last hit, but if you hit that, then it kicks you back to the hub world. Now the thing is, we did get that extra heart holder from the tree, so that might make you think, yeah, you could get extra health from the shop, but what if that means you'll run into extra hearts in the overworld? Because there is a cap of 9. You can't have more than 9 gobbos of a coloured gummy saver. You can't have more than 9 heart holders. I think I actually tried to go through the game without buying any, and by the end of the game, I was still at 6 hits. So it is actually possible to beat it, but I don't know. Maybe I forgot about it. We'll see how long we go without. Anyway, all that said, let's get into an actual level. Or maybe it doesn't reset. Maybe it just has some dead space before it starts looping. So far we need to get blue gummies and clockwork gobbos for 1, 2. Okay, 2 of the levels that we're going to face need 1 clockwork gobbo and 1 blue gummy. That's 2 of the levels. For 1 of the levels, we need 1 clockwork gobbo and 1 green gummy. And then there's 1 level where we need a blue gummy, a green gummy, and a clockwork gobbo on top of that green gummy. Honestly, I have so many things here listed as bad trade, and yet I still clearly intend to do it anyway. To fast forward, I can just hold down jump to go through the text faster. Now the thing is, there are 100 crystals in every level, which means that we are actually going to end up under par if we go do that level that has the 2 gummies and a clockwork gobbo. Also, we can talk to them. You know what's really confusing for me? Because this is a really old game, it's not behaving like I'd like it to. Every other Let's Play that I've done, I have the main footage on my left screen and the game. I've got the game footage on the left screen and my OBS on the right. This game is doing it the other way around, so if I want the high quality footage, so to speak, for a PlayStation 1 game, then I have to break my habit. Anyway, open the cage. The clockwork gobbo only gives us crystals and a heart. The blue gummy is needed for a yellow crystal and a heart. I will give that what I thought were bad trades might not actually be, because they do have crystals and hearts inside them. And yes, spending at least 40 crystals for perhaps 5 crystals is a bad trade, but at 50 crystals, you get 1 heart for free. If you get 100 crystals, that's a full heal. So I just want to point out, if you use a tail attack on enemies, then they blink in confusion for a second before crashing down. like Croc 1, these guys do respawn quite quickly. There's also an alternative defeat animation for defeating them with a stomp, but it's not nearly as entertaining as the tail attack. Wasp, don't touch. Croc can push these boxes just like he could in Croc 1. And yeah, here we go, coloured crystals are still in the game. However, Gobbos aren't, so this is the coloured crystals are basically the only collectible that we have to worry about. Who remembers these crumbling platforms from Croc 1? And an extra heart to fill the heart that we are missing. So sometimes these guys are hanging on to vines that you can grab from, sometimes they aren't. Yeah, you generally want to hit them before they hit you. Video games, you know how they are. Now I want to point out that this is a game that... Oh, I remember struggling with those as a kid, probably because I just didn't have good timing. But yeah, this is a game that I was playing when I was really young, and I wasn't really good at video games yet. In fact, I couldn't properly beat the first world, which is really bad when you think about it. But I was able to find a way to not let that get me down and make it all the way to the second world. And then, once, I was actually able to make it past the second world all the way to the end, only to get stuck at the end. And the thing is, the game doesn't let you... Once you enter the final stretch of levels, the game won't let you out. Which means that... Remember what I said about game overs? When you game over, you don't get a full heal. You get healed back up to your normal cap. So that means that that means that if we die in this game, we go back to 5 hits, not 6. So here we are at, this is the Clockwork Gobbo item. We can use page down or page up to scroll through them and then enter to use. Do not fall off the edge. Otherwise, you will lose the gobbo and have to send it out again. Now see, the thing is, there's a very easy way to get a kickstart of crystals. Not just from the trampoline. There's one level that doesn't require any items. Any items to get to all the crystals in it. And an intelligent person would do that, but I'm not going to do that because I think it's more fun to take it the long and thorny path. Plus, I like to save that level for the end of this world for reasons that we'll get into in a bit. Which probably won't matter to me if I am going to do half as well as I remember. Oh yeah, this is the checkpoint. If we ring it, if we fall into lava or something, if we bounce multiple times on the lava, then it respawns us back to here. Actually, hang on. So yeah, these are the guys that just take off with the ranged attacks. I wonder if... Oh, just barely, not enough jump range. There's the gold key. We can use it to open the cage at the start of the level. Now that said, this is a gummy circle. Yeah, we aren't jumping that high on our own. Anyway, here. This is the actual purpose of the colored crystals. We collect 5, and depending on the level, usually they take you to an alternate part of the level that you can't get to any other way. Try not to die in these parts, otherwise you have to redo the entire level. we get the golden gobbo, we get sent back. The crystals will no longer spawn, but we now have our collectible for the level. Just for a reminder, in Croc 1 you had 6 gobbos per level. So yeah, just a reminder that in Croc 1 you had to save 6 gobbos per level, and if you got all the gobbos in a stretch up to a boss fight, it would unlock a secret level, which had a puzzle piece in it, and you needed all the puzzle pieces to unlock the true final area and the true final boss. This game doesn't have gobbos, so it has the golden gobbo statue for getting all the Hold on, I've already skipped ahead of where I wanted to say. In order to get all the 6 gobbos, you had to get all the crystals in a level, because the 6th gobbo was always and sometimes more than them, although I can't remember any examples off the top of my head. You needed the crystals in order to get every gobbo in a level. Since we aren't saving gobbos every time, as I was saying, we aren't saving all the gobbos every time. We aren't saving gobbos every level. We're going to be doing all sorts of things, so instead the crystals just give us this golden gobbo statue. And collecting all of those will let us unlock the secret levels, which have puzzle pieces which unlock the secret final world. You know how things are. Video games. And we have a 10-coin profit. We could have had a lot better if I hadn't gone for to heart and crystal, but I think the full heal is actually more useful than I initially thought, because if a kid's playing it, then of course it's basically trading crystals for a quick heal. So if you use the item, you get the crystals, you get the full heal. That might be the difference between making it to the end of the level or not. Anyhow, we didn't get much progress done, but I feel like I had to talk out a lot of the game. Hopefully it'll pick up speed after this. And either way, until next time guys, take care, and see you all around.